Makes me really relieved to see like Farina in such a high spirit now. A little bit better than before. It's progress. It feels nice. She can actually live her own life and do her own things now. It's nice.
So, did you come to Liyue just to enlist the services of Longsheng Funeral Parlor?
Well, not exactly. My original plan was to just relax and enjoy the sights. But then I ran into Miss Hutao and Mr. Zhongli, and well, you know the rest. I suppose it was meant to be.
Well, I suppose so.
It was a fated meeting indeed.
Zhongli sure loves his lofty turns of phrase. But if you ask me, it's all thanks to that man who stopped to ask for directions.
Uh-huh.
Oh? Who was it?
It's someone you know. Wanna take a guess?
Let me think. It was Nervalette, wasn't it?
What? How did you guess that on your first try?
Oh, because we heard Nervalette, wasn't it?
Very impressive, my friend. Your guessing game is spot on today.
Seems so. You tell everyone about your encounter with Navi and Coran at the top of the mountain. You look at the pitiful expression on Serena's face. It's not convince you to leave out the part about the shouting.
Huh. I never thought Neuvillette would be the type to get lost.
Well, he's not very familiar with the place. What are you supposed to? What?
I'm sure he didn't get lost. Even I was able to find my way to this place without any trouble.
Right.
He was already getting ready to leave by the time I arrived. He just wanted to ask someone about the quickest way to get back to Fontaine.
Yup, that's exactly what he asked.
He could just, like, fly there in seconds. He could just... Could just fly there in, like, a few seconds just be home.
This area is
No?
full of mountains and rivers. It's normal to not know the fastest route.
Or is that so too abnormal? I mean, everyone knows... No, they don't, actually. No, they don't, actually. But they know that Nervalette is powerful, no? Nah, but that would be weird to see him just flying and be like, whew, what the heck? For him, though swimming would probably be the fastest route of them all.
So, were you the one that pointed him in the right direction, Hutao?
Of course. I'm also a guide of sorts, you know. So naturally, I also have a great sense of direction.
Right.
But speaking of your friend,
You mean Nervalette?
What about him?
he doesn't get out much, does he?
How did you know? Nah, he doesn't.
No wonder. He was stiff as a board and way too polite. I would have never guessed he was here on vacation if you hadn't told me.
Please, let me see their interactions for fun, man.
All in all, he was only here for half a day. I'm pretty sure he is the only one who would consider that to be a vacation.
Oh,
Poor guy.
this gentleman you speak of must keep a demanding schedule.
Yep.
I'm sure he does. You didn't see him, but he was dressed like he was about to attend some important meeting. It wasn't anything like what someone would wear on vacation.
God dang it. Zhongli was not even there. Ah, I'm sad. I'm sad and I think I might go and cry.
Is that so?
Wait, you didn't see him,
Unfortunately, no. At the time, it appeared as if Director Hu and Miss Farina were having quite the productive conversation. I know matters of business can take much discussion, so I decided to fetch some tea for them.
Oh, well, I guess there are more times. I thought this would be the best time since we came back here. Maybe they will come to Fontaine and maybe meet with
What a shame. That gentleman seemed like a sophisticated sort of guy. I actually think you two would have hit it off.
You two would probably hit it off pretty good.
Is that so?
Judging by how Zhongli is acting, I think into consideration the Roulette's true identity. Could Zhongli have been avoiding him on purpose?
Hmm?
Uh, uh, hey, I was, hey, I was just thinking out loud, you know? It's truly a pity.
To borrow Miss Farina's turn of phrase, perhaps it just wasn't meant to be.
So that would imply that technically, if Nervalette were to meet with Zhongli, you could identify right away that Zhongli was Rex Lapis. That's how I feel about it though. And that's why he was trying to avoid Nervalette to begin with. Because Nervalette would destroy his freaking ass.
Well, with the Traveler around, I'm sure you'll have a chance to get to know each other at some point.
Well, Nervalette would never, go for a violent thing anyway, but he'd be like, well, Mr. Rex Lapis, you have a meeting in court right about this time. Please come by, and it's time for your judgment day.
That's right. She's got more friends than she
That's how
knows
I feel
what
like
to
it
do
is.
with.
I have a certain charm about me. I'm good with people.
Well, that's certainly true. Oh, that reminds me. If you get the chance, you should try and talk to Nervalette into loosening up a bit.
There's nothing I can say to loosen up, my guy. Oh, I mean, I try, but that guy is like a workaholic, man. It's like the people in Japan, bro.
Just tell him the Palais Mermonia isn't going to fall apart if he disappears for a few days. He shouldn't keep himself cooped up all the time.
That is true, but he's very dedicated to his work, and I don't know.
Even clams open their shells to let in fresh water every once in a while, right? If he's really that much of a stickler for protocol, he can fill out a leave of absence request. He'd have to approve it himself since he handles that sort of thing now, but you know what I mean.
Huh. I would like to take a little bit of a rest. How about like 2 days? Do you prove myself? Well, I don't know. 2 days? That sounds like a bit much, don't you think? You're right. How about half a day? Deal. Write it down. Boom. Sign it. That does make sense.
Seems like this gentleman is also in charge of something pretty important.
Well. He's the fair and imperturbable Ludex of the Fontaine, head of the highest court in the land. Other known as the demon who controls all the paperwork in Fontaine.
I've never heard of a demon that boring before.
You're right.
In my experience, a leader needs to be able to roll with the punches. That also includes knowing when and what to prioritize. It seems like your friend still has a lot of growing to do.
My guy is like 500 years old.
If I remember correctly, he's already several thousands of years old.
Wait. What? Was he? Cause I thought he was. I don't remember. I thought he was. I thought the position they gave him came out later and not.
You're quite right, Miss Hutao.
Well,
Oh?
Farina knows at least that. Huh?
Traveler, Miss Farina. Those two individuals over there appear to recognize you.
Oh, it's Navia and Clarand. Hey, over here!
Oh. Okay.
We saw you all chatting over here, and we're wondering if we could join in.
Sure.
Please, excuse the interruption.
Oh, so polite. No apologies necessary. Any friend of the Traveler and Miss Farina is a friend of mine.
Well.
Ah, straight to the point. I like it.
Everyone circles around you and begins to introduce themselves. Uta's eyes light up when she hears about Soren's profession, but a quick explanation from Farina and Navia seems to dispel some of her more misguided ideas. Jesus.
It's getting late. If we want to catch a boat back before dark, we should probably get going.
Indeed. Then, Miss Farina,
Are you gonna stay here or are you gonna go with them?
Oh, yes?
when are you planning to head back? Do you need us to escort you?
Oh, I don't think that will be necessary.
No, alright.
I mean, you're not my subordinate anymore. You don't need to look after me.
I didn't mean it that way. It's normal for friends to travel home together if they run into each other on the road.
Ooh, that's right. Friends.
There are a lot of mountainous roads in this area. I imagine they'll be even harder to navigate after dark.
Sounds better than subordinate. Friends sounds better. Friends. Yeah. Sounds much better actually.
Exactly!
We are friends.
Just like in those ghost stories.
Ooh.
8 paths converge in a wood. Beside them an old house is stood. If you dare to go inside, not a soul will greet your eye. But if you take a closer look, there may be something you mistook. A candle flickers to and fro, yet there is no wind to make it so. What is its secret? What could it mean? In this wood, where mystery screams.
Jesus, that face is kinda creepy. Holy.
My
Jesus.
dear demoiselles, ladies, no, I mean friends, please take me with you.
Of course.
Farina?
Gotta say, Farina, you are really quite the character.
That is indeed what she is.
By the way, did I hear you mention that Clorand used to work under you? Then you must have also been a leader at some point.
Well, that's, all in the past now.
I don't think you want to talk about that. That's
Besides,
like trauma, dude.
being a leader is hard. It wasn't the right job for me.
But you did it very well. Longer than anyone would be able to endure. That's the most impressive thing.
I prefer how things are now. I can come and go as I please, and get to enjoy the sweet taste of freedom.
I see. Well, you've certainly picked an apt place to relax. Chaoying Village is an exemplary choice.
Well, have you all had a good time?
Only the best. And I've learned a lot, too.
That's great, that's great.
Thank you so much, Miss Hu Tao and Mr. Zhongli.
It's fine. You've thanked us more than enough already. The next time you're in this neck of the woods, I'll treat you to some dim sum in the city.
Sounds good.
Dim sum. Is that some kind of Liyue term for snacks or desserts?
I mean, it's, I would have, well, it's not like a dessert, but I guess.
They are a part of it. It's basically a table full of as much tea, sweets, and good company as you can manage.
Oh, so it's basically a tea party. Sounds great.
Make sure to order the winter
dim-
melon cake and the lotus flower crisp. They're so sweet and delicious, Paimon knows you'll love them.
Well, those are sweet, but dim sum, that's not... Isn't that a type of food? These like kind of, I don't even know how to explain it.
Ooh, okay. I'll be looking
I've
forward
eaten
to
them
it
before,
Wait, but
I think.
didn't you guys say you were here on vacation? How come you're all going home empty-handed?
You're not bringing home any souvenirs?
Of course I am. I bought tons of fun things to bring home with me.
Like what?
A kite, a parasol, a little tin frog that jumps. Oh, and a stuffed toy of a mythical beast.
Oh, is that so?
Chlorand is the one who didn't buy anything for herself.
Oh yeah, she only bought tea for Risley.
So, all you're bringing back with you is that tea?
And some tea-flavored hard candies. They're for Sijuin.
Aww, that's sweet. But why does she buy anything for herself? Unless she don't desire anything. Well, then it's kind of sad. I don't know. I mean, what it...
Chlorand isn't much of a shopaholic.
Well, one of us has to practice restraint.
Well, that's... It's not even about restraint anymore. You didn't even buy a single thing. Like, it would be different if, you know, you at least bought like 1 or 2 items and then stopped. You didn't buy anything. It's not even...
Hey, I'm hardly reckless with my Mora. I'll have you know, all the purchases I made today were well within my budget.
What about you, Farina? What did you buy?
Me? Oh, well, I bought some tea, of course.
Of course.
I just had to try all the varieties recommended in the Steambird. Other than that, just some bits and bobs, you know. A little bit of this, little bit of that.
Right. Some novels, I'm presuming also, right?
They should all be things I can use, I think.
So, you fell for a few marketing traps then?
Now Paimon's even more confused. If you bought that much stuff, where did it all go? Into one of Linny's magic packets?
True.
Oh, actually.
What?
Monsieur Neuvillette took them with him.
Oh,
Oh, so that's what happened.
what? That's nice of him.
Wait, what? Why did he take them? He's not hoarding treasure, is he?
That's quite the imagination you've got there, Paimon. Monsieur Neuvillette just saw the amount of bags we had and offered to take them back for us.
That is so nice of him, actually. But all you guys bags?
I felt a bit bad at first, but, I really did have a lot of stuff.
He even offered to deliver my gifts to the Fortress of Meripede for me once he's done with the day's work.
Damn, he is such a nice dragon.
Neuvillette is a man of his word. If he says he can do something, then he means it.
See, even Chlorand was happy to take him up on his offer. If even his trusty subordinate agreed, then who was I to refuse? Wow, he seems like a real gentleman. Maybe he's not as uptight as I thought. If only the funeral parlor had an employee as thoughtful, proactive, and responsible as him.
Oh, staring at all.
Right, Zhongli?
Indeed.
Chlorand said Neuvillette offered to deliver her gifts to Risley. So if we go to the entrance of the Fortress of Meripede, maybe we'll run into Neuvillette.
Oh, that's right.
But
Oh, I mean,
we don't know exactly when he'll show up.
all right, your time is up. Hey, Zhongli, listen. Rex Lapis, let me tell you. Your time is up. Okay, I'm sorry, little one. Your dad will come back soon. Well, I think that depends on how the court goes.
Oh, that reminds me. A new year of work is about to begin. If there's anything you want to talk about, Zhongli, you know you can come to me. I'm all ears.
Definitely.
Does the director have any concerns?
It just seemed like you were a bit preoccupied today, and much less talkative than usual. You barely said anything other than, "Is that so?" and "Indeed."
You're right. He was, dude. I swear to God, Zhongli could probably feel the presence of Neuvillette and was shitting himself. He was absolute shitting himself, dude. He's like, oh, oh no, one of the servants' dragon is here. Oh hell nah, I'm good, man. I'm good, cuh.
If you ask me, I'd say you're having a midlife crisis. You're getting to be around that age after all.
Is that so?
No, no. Indeed. Uh-huh. I see.
Ugh.
Understood.
I jest. Given its distance from the city, Chaoying Village enjoys a much slower pace of life. Surrounded by such peace and tranquility, I also seem to have developed a proclivity for inactivity. I apologize for making you worry.
I see. What do you think, Traveler? Is this atmosphere putting you in a lazy mood too?
Out of my mind, of my mind. Different worlds should not collide.
Wow, you are getting really good at these kinds of lines.
Yes, indeed.
Indeed.
I'm going to smack you again. I'm gonna smack you again, little piece of. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you. I'm gonna slap you. Ooh, that was a sassy one. That was a sassy one. Woo! I like that one. Oh, there you are.
Well, everyone, make sure that you've got all your belongings with you before we leave. If there's any souvenirs anyone still wants to buy, the time is now.
Reliable as ever, Miss President.
What is that supposed to mean?
Gloriand is right, though. You really are reliable.
It's not what she's saying, it's the way she's saying it.
Miss President.
I will say, but I never thought you'd be so easygoing outside of work, Gloriand. The tone of voice you use when you're working doesn't exactly make you seem like the type who enjoys interacting with people.
Well, I try to keep my professional and private life separate. That includes my behavior.
Well, hot damn.
You take care now, Traveler. Paimon.
Well, don't worry. Your partner is very strong.
Trying to act cool now, are we? Well, I guess it's not an act for you, is it?
Exactly. I was about to say that. I was about to say it's not really an actress. We are him. Okay, we are him.
You are indeed quite strong.
What do you mean by that? Quite. Cloran, you feeling a spar? You feeling like a little spar? Let's see how strong I am.
It's been great talking to you all. I'm really glad I decided to come to Chaoying Village. Maybe we could go on another trip together sometime?
Oh, it's like they go all together. There's three of them. That's nice. But hopefully Nervalet will join them next time too. Let up, Nervalet! Frick's sake, man. That little that all that. Yes, you mother-sucking dragon. Let up a little bit and join the team. Like this, they could be all together, you know?